Hindrances. In meditation particularly, I remember back to early days of meditation, and there was the idea of whatever comes up that distracts the mind could be called a hindrance. And in the very practical sense, it does hinder the mind from being relaxed and open. But just the labeling of it being a hindrance says it's not right and it should be gotten rid of, and it shouldn't do that. So if there's a sort of an openness to that and saying, yes, this sort of appears like a hindrance, and there's an okayness also with that, just to say, yes, that seems to be happening. If I had to put a label on it, I would call it a hindrance, that there's mental noise or there's distraction, whatever's coming up. But ultimately, when that is all accepted as just what's appearing, as it is, then it's not really a hindrance, it's just an appearance. So a hindrance is really, can be sort of can be viewed in a different perspective, and just, it's not even a forceful thing, it just seems to be what happens. Hindrances, like everything else, are just accepted as appearances happening that way in this wholeness, and the reasons they're happening, you can let go of that as well, because it's too complex to even worry about, and they're not really happening to a me anyway. They're happening, and they seem to happen with all vibrance and intensity for a while. And if it continues, and it's almost like there has to be a complete openness that it can always do that. Maybe it will always do that, but there is a greater unconditional love. This is a whole thing interacting, and so therefore those things aren't seen as wrong or shouldn't be there, or they're just all appearances happening in this particular way, in this particular human expression, with these particular traits and character, and I love you for it anyway. That's the way it is. It's like that's just happening that way in life, and it's just part of this expression in the whole. It's just the whole expressing slightly differently in a different texture that way.